Imagine carrying a backpack filled with every argument, every disappointment, every person who let you down. Now, imagine setting it down and walking away. That's what the ancient Stoics trained for. Not to feel nothing, but to master the only thing that truly matters, your response. Marcus Aurelius didn't waste time on what he couldn't control. Epictetus taught that freedom begins the moment we stop attaching our peace to other people's behavior. In this video, you'll learn how to let go without guilt, set boundaries without fear, and reclaim your energy without apology, using timeless Stoic principles. Lesson 1. The Dichotomy of Control. Care about less. Focus on what matters. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Picture a man standing in the middle of a storm, screaming at the sky, trying to command the wind to stop. That's what most of us look like when we waste our energy on things we cannot control. The Stoics saw this clearly. They divided life into two categories. What's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your decisions, and what's outside of it, other people's opinions, outcomes, timing, even your own reputation. Every time you stress about what she said, every time you obsess over whether they like you, you're gripping the wind. Marcus Aurelius put it plainly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Letting go isn't weakness. It's precision. It's deciding to stop feeding wolves that bite you. When you master the dichotomy of control, you're not just detaching, you're focusing on what you can shape. That's the first step in mastering the art of not caring. Lesson 2. Boundaries are a Stoic virtue. Say no without apology. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you can improve. Seneca. Think of your mind like a fortress. Not everyone deserves the key. Most people today operate with the open gates, letting in noise, drama, manipulation, and guilt. And then they wonder why they feel overwhelmed, drained, or resentful. The Stoics were clear. Peace requires defense, not of your pride, but of your time, your energy, your focus. Every time you say yes when you mean no. Every time you tolerate what chips away at your clarity, you're surrendering part of your fortress. Seneca didn't advocate cutting people off in bitterness. He advised choosing relationships that are mutual in virtue. It's not about being cold. It's about being committed. Committed to surrounding yourself with people who sharpen your character, not weaken your spirit. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort in saying no is far better than destruction from saying yes to the wrong people. Remember, setting boundaries isn't rejection, it's protection, and the Stoics considered that a form of wisdom. Lesson 3. Self-reliance over validation. Stop chasing approval. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Think about how often you've changed your opinion, your style, or your decisions just to fit in. How often you've posted something, not because it mattered, but because you needed a reaction. In a world where likes feel like oxygen, most men are suffocating in silence, chasing approval, afraid to look different, terrified of being judged. But the Stoics would see this as slavery. A man ruled by others' opinions is never truly free. Epictetus didn't seek to impress, he sought to improve. He warned that real growth means being misunderstood, even mocked. And that's okay, because applause doesn't equal progress. Stoic self-reliance isn't arrogance, it's quiet conviction. It's walking into a room full of noise and not needing to be heard to know your worth. The more you anchor your identity in values rather than validation, the less the world can shake you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. You're not here to be liked. You're here to become unshakable. Lesson 4. Mindfulness over reaction. Feel everything, attached to nothing. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Picture your mind like a calm lake. Every insult, every rejection, every piece of bad news is like a stone thrown into the water. If you're reactive, the waves ripple out and disturb everything. But if you're mindful, the water stays still. You see the stone. You let it sink. In today's world, every notification is a test of your discipline. One message from the wrong person can derail your focus. One comment online can consume your thoughts for hours. But Marcus Aurelius didn't let external noise invade his inner peace. He wrote his meditations to remind himself, no matter what chaos was outside, the inside must remain sovereign. The Stoics weren't cold, they were clear. They didn't run from emotion. They stood still long enough to understand it. When you develop that stillness, you stop reacting impulsively. You stop trying to win arguments. You stop over-explaining yourself. You become dangerous in the best way possible. Calm, controlled, clear. Stoic detachment isn't the absence of feeling. It's the presence of mastery over what you allow to move you. Lesson 5. Radical acceptance. Peace begins where resistance ends. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Fate leads the willing and drags the unwilling. Cleanthes. Think about the last time something didn't go your way. A breakup you didn't want. A job you thought was guaranteed. A plan you mapped out perfectly, only to watch it fall apart. Most people get stuck there, not because the event was unbearable, but because they refuse to accept that it happened at all. Stoicism teaches that pain is not the problem, resistance is. Seneca said we suffer more in imagination than reality. And he was right. We replay scenarios. We rewrite outcomes. We imagine how things should have gone. And in doing so, we anchor ourselves to a fantasy, while real life moves on without us. Cleanthes offered a choice. Be led by fate willingly, or be dragged by it. Acceptance then isn't passive. It's powerful. It means choosing to rise, even when the script has changed. It means no longer needing the world to align with your preferences, because you've trained your mind to align with reality. When you master this, nothing breaks you, because nothing surprises you. You don't control what life gives you, but you always control how you meet it. Most people spend their entire lives chasing things they were meant to let go of. Approval, control, revenge, closure. But the Stoics knew that freedom doesn't begin when you get more. It begins when you need less. Less drama, less validation, less noise. And when you finally stop clinging, when you finally stop resisting, something strange happens. You don't feel empty. You feel clear. So the question isn't, what do I need to hold on to? It's this: what are you finally ready to release?